Hi everyone, welcome to a brand new season and a brand new episode of Reading to You. Today I have a book for you that I have not only read but lived in experience. Many years ago I was in Kashmir and just trying to figure out how we can do something to change the narrative related to the youth of the region. And that is when I discovered not only the name of this person, but their incredible work in the region. I'm talking about Professor, beautifully done author, academician Anil K Gupta today. Anil K Gupta, Professor, Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, is the founder of the Honeybee Network, Shrishti and Gyan Cell, and has helped set up the National Innovation Foundation with the assistance of Department of Science and Technology. He's a poet at heart, he dabbles in art and explores authenticity in all pursuits. He's a widely published author and has received numerous awards for his contribution to the grassroots innovation movement in India. And the book that I have picked up for you today is a book on the same theme. It's called Grassroots Innovations, Minds on the Margin Are Not the Marginal Minds. Here's the fascinating thing about Professor Gupta. He does these things called Shodh Yatras, which are literally, innovative or in search of innovation, walking movements and journeys across India, and discovers grassroots innovators and their phenomenal mind, and celebrates and applauds them. So in Kashmir, where I first had an introduction of his work, I met some of the grassroots innovators Professor Gupta had discovered and celebrated and facilitated. This book, Grassroots Innovations, is a beautiful summary of his philosophy and the profiles of some of the peoples he has met. And he also describes about the Shodh Yatra with the working class, the middle class and the lower middle class people from rural and marginalized communities. Professor Gupta writes a beautiful paragraph about innovators and innovation. And he says, oddity is another name for standing out. Every innovator is, in a way, an oddball. In fact, it is precisely because he or she does not conform to the prevailing order does he or she get our attention. No matter how programmed we are into the culture of congruence, compliance and conformity, some people stand out. But the scholarship of innovators is indeed a deviant research. However, not all deviants have equally positive orientation. Every grassroots innovator has their own tale to tell about the struggles they have faced in reaching the point where they are finally at. In this book, I will try to introduce you to many such oddballs. In conversation with them, their tales reverberate with me because I found that some of their struggles were my own. Without a shared platform of similar suffering, authentic learning can be obscure or difficult to pursue. Innovators are wired differently. He talks about once we interviewed the children at some grassroots innovators and tried to visualize the lives of the new broom through their eyes. Many of the children grasped that having innovative parents meant having to deal with a lot of their idiosyncrasies. The struggle of an innovator invariably impinges on the career options available to children. The book is filled with his reflections, insight, learnings, life lessons about innovation in India on a grassroots level. I was so inspired from this book that we actually made a series on 8 of the innovators that Professor Gupta discovered in Kashmir. It's called Kashmir Creates and you can find it on Project Fuel's YouTube channel. Each episode of the series uncovers in a beautiful way one story, one profile of an innovator from the valley and their incredible contribution to science and humankind. All of that is possible because of Professor Gupta's efforts. And I encourage you to read more about this inspiring human for his service to people, his land, his country, and to all of us in our greater humanity. Order grassroots innovation and tell me how you in your community are discovering the lesser heard, the lesser known voices and faces of new age science. Thank you.